please do remember this. I'm under the conviction that one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. That if it drops, if it's volatile, that will only mean something to people who are bringing it back to fiat. When you go back to how amazing it actually is, that's when a lot of people, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years into the future, will actually realize that I wish I should have learned that in 2023. Bitcoin has bounced. The narrative over the past few weeks, you would hear a lot of people say Bitcoin would go to zero, Bitcoin would go to 1,000, Bitcoin is worth nothing. But similar to what it has done over the past few years, it dropped because it's volatile, but it's back again. By the time I'm recording this, Bitcoin is already above its price before the entire FTX collapse. Now that could be a combination of different things, especially that CPI is actually better also, and people are anticipating that inflation would be better also in the months to come, and as inflation is better, the Fed might not increase rates anymore, or they might even reduce rates, which might come to a point that quantitative easing may actually end. I think the largest amount of shorts that got crushed was up until July 2021, or more than 18 months ago, where we saw a lot of people who wanted to short Bitcoin got liquidated. The reason why I'm saying this, and the reason why I'm making this video, is that it's easy to speak ill of something when it's down, to say that it's gonna go to zero, it's a Ponzi scheme, that it's not gonna go anywhere. But if you look at the track record of how Bitcoin has survived over and over and over and over different iterations of different issues, from Mt. Gox, the latest collapses that we had, which is pretty much brought about by leverage. And I said this over and over, every failure of financial institution that we saw, from Voyager to Celsius to Three Arrows Capital to FTX to Alameda, has nothing to do with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the most secure, most decentralized asset out there. And I think that's what people need to actually understand, that how Bitcoin is as an asset class has nothing to do also if we're bullish about it or bearish about it. Please do remember this. I'm under the conviction that one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. That if it drops, if it's volatile, that will only mean something to people who are bringing it back to fiat. When you go back to how amazing it actually is, that's when a lot of people, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years into the future, will actually realize that I wish I should have learned that in 2023. When not a lot of people understood it, when a certain asset is not understood yet by majority of the population, then it's not as expensive. While this bear market was unfolding, those that were in this space for the long term were building. And I said this over and over, this entire bear market, remove the bad characters, remove the people that were in it for a quick buck, remove the people who didn't really study it and didn't have a lot of conviction, removed all of the noise, it removed the projects that weren't really there to actually build something that was game-changing. And right now, the ones that are left, the ones that are still standing, the ones who continue to either invest, stack, build, or do something in this space, are the true believers, are the ones that really, really know that it's about a technology that's so interesting, so fascinating, that will change the world. Will Bitcoin still be volatile in the next few months? Of course. Will it still go down also in the next few months? Of course. But what I want to submit to you is this. The more you know and the more you understand it, the less concerned you will be about the volatility, the less concerned you will be about other underlying factors. Now, since the market is up also, I want to submit this to all of you. Please don't FOMO in. Even if you look at Binance's assets and transactions also over the past few days, because of this push-up that we're actually having, it has gone back up again. Check this report by Crypto Flash. That report, if you look at the sentiment, if you look at the greed and fear index, we're not as fearful as where we were before. And with that happening also, you have more people who will start to come in. Don't just ape in, just because other people are aping in right now also. Better follow your plan, follow your conviction, don't get emotional. Follow what you've learned so far. If your parameters from your investing or trading is not telling you to buy now, or it's also telling you also to hold right now and not yet sell, then you don't have to sell. But if your parameters are already telling you to start selling, to take profits already, regardless if it's via portfolio allocation strategies or technical analysis, or it's just purely based on investing principles, then you follow that. Please remember, never let whatever you see outside determine how you're supposed to make your trade, how you're supposed to make your investments, because it's your money, it's your responsibility. No one will work harder for your money more than you. Always remember that no matter how much fear, uncertainty, and doubt that's placed in Bitcoin, Bitcoin has shown it time and time again that it has the capability to bounce, to go back, because it's truly a game-changing asset. When people get excited, when the fear is out, you see the markets go up, the price that you get to buy it becomes higher, and it doesn't become as attractive as what it was when you bought it when times were scarier. If you're a long-term investor, you're a long-term stacker, the best time to buy it is when everything is fearful, when everyone is fearful. And lastly, don't FOMO in. Normally, a lot of people FOMO in and pile in when everything's good, everything's fruity. The name of the game is to stick to your guns and just follow it through to the end. I'm gonna keep you updated on what's happening, but it seems that the tokens, the coins, the projects that are very good have rebounded very well. And it's not just in the crypto market, it's also in the stock market. The ones that we're seeing more optimism right now, brought about also by the CPI. How long this will last, I don't know. Will there be a correction later on? Of course, because there will be certain issues also later on that will cause people to sell, or also it becomes too high that those who came in earlier will also want to take profits, which is normal. One thing you have to remember that I've said this over and over, when the market was down, it's not a question whether it will go back up again, that it would reverse again, because it's a cycle. In the same way also, I don't know how long this upward push will be, but what I do know is there will come a point in time also that it will correct and it will reverse. But follow your guns, follow your research, follow your analysis, follow your conviction. I'm gonna make more videos about this and keep you updated. If you want to know more about technical analysis, check it out in the links below. I guess that's it. I hope you learned a lot from this, and this is Marvingermo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon. God bless you all.